Before I end, I know you've got a special tattoo, haven't you? What's your tattoo?
Let me see if I can get my trousers high enough up my leg. 2 secs. I'll show you. And this was actually my first tattoo, which was definitely done illegally because I was 16. But there's nothing anyone can do about it now. So yeah, the boys in the team always give me stick about it just because that's what friends are for. But yeah, this is a Scotland flag with, like, obviously it's probably going to be reversed on the camera, but it says disability. And then like the DIS is like scored out. It could have been done a bit more tastefully and a bit more arty, as I'm sure. However, I was 16, desperate for a tattoo. All my brothers had tattoos, and I came home and Mum was like, "What is that on your leg?" I was like, "Yeah, I got a tattoo," and she was like, "Well, I can't really say anything because your brothers are all covered." So thankfully, I didn't get into too much trouble. But yeah, the really cool thing about that is that a lot of people. Disabled people, thankfully, all of them have came up and asked, like, "Can I copy your tattoo?" It'd be a bit weird if someone able-bodied came up and like, "Can I copy your tattoo?" about not having a disability. But I've politely had to ask them all not to do it, just because, like, it's my tattoo.
What does it mean? What is it? I mean, it's obvious what it means, but in your words, what's your obviously, for those that can't see, it's the word disabled, and the dis is like got a cross over it. What does that mean to you?
For me, it's more about like accepting who I am. Like, so as I've said earlier, like, I don't consider myself disabled. I don't consider my disability to affect me. Obviously, it does. I just don't dwell on it. I don't linger on it. So for me, it's more just about, like, that tattoo represents like acceptance and just being who I am, like, as a person. Like, I'm known for two things, and that's Martin the table tennis player or Martin the guy with no hands and one leg. But that's not who I am. I'm a person, and that's where the disability whole thing, it comes into it. It's like, I'm not the guy with no hands. That's just a byproduct of who I am. I am Martin, and for me, that's the meaning behind it. It's not as if I'm trying to like axe out all disability and be like, "Oh, this is," it's putting some shiny glossy cover on it and being like, "Oh, my disability is incredible and it doesn't affect me." Of course it does. There's things that I can't do. But that's not what it's about. It's about accepting who I am as the person and seeing me, not me, the guy with no hands.